And welcome everybody. This is Cook's War Strategy Gaming, and we are here with episode 6 of Grand Tacticians the Civil War. In this episode, you're going to see the game under the new 0.913 patch, the aftermath of the Battle of Cairo as the Confederate States Army of the West come up with a strategy on what to do next. We'll play around with the new railroad function, or at least the new railroad user interface function, and possible threat of Union invasion of Kentucky. All that and more in episode 6 of Grand Tactician the Civil War. So you can see that the railroad constructions are available to us now, so very cool that we'll be able to play around with that feature now. I'm sure they will post the announcement tomorrow on Steam, and we can dig in a little bit deeper in the details of that patch. I know they had a teaser, I think, that maybe I'll have to go back and take a look at. But anyways, moving on. You can see after that Battle of Cairo, the men on the field are almost even now. We have two battles. One, total casualties, there's 6,400 versus our 2,500. European relations is at 10. Trade war, almost even. Weapon industry, almost even. National morale is at 100 for us. Although the Union national support for the war is still strong and high, their morale, both morales of army are around 87. So far from over. We have lost contact with the Department of the West, though, after the battle. I don't know if they've slipped along the river here and out of harm's way. New tooltip. Connected depots within commander range. None. So Johnston's army is not connected to a depot. Same with Zollicoffer and the Western Army. I'll use Zollicoffer to secure the outlying towns along the Mississippi River, like New Madrid here. McCulloch will secure Cairo. We have left St. Louis undefended, so we have to keep an eye on that. Maybe we should raise a garrison unit, a garrison force in St. Louis. Maybe about a division strong if possible. So we can go recruit a new army, which will be actually a division. Let's replace Beauregard. We'll assign a major to the task. How about Albert G. Blanchard? Again, just looking for someone to do a little garrison work in Missouri. So we'll give them 2 divisions, or 2 brigades of infantry and an artillery battery. No cavalry. We'll hit auto-generate. The only thing I don't like about the auto-generate is you cannot change the uniform. We'll upgrade the unit's arms at least. At least we'll give them some Springfield muskets. We will rename her the St. Louis Garrison. How about the St. Louis Division? In case we need a draw from her. And alright, so this time I just clicked on armies and the name of the command changed right there. So let's take a look at the railroad tracks. We can build additional lines. So we can do a Little Rock to Memphis line. It tries to show you current tax revenues, 27,000. Estimated impact of construction, transport capacity would give it a boost of plus 713%, plus additional 195,000 in revenues, but it would take 1,300, almost 1,400 days to complete. It's a very long time. So yeah, wow. The time it would complete the time it would take to complete all these would Be very long. Chicago to Cairo. I think we should try to build something. Hopefully if we can improve economic situations, we can build upon the railroads or improve the speed at which they build. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm guessing that there may be a benefit over time with the railroads. So as it's being built, you may be receiving benefits. That might not be true though. Cumberland Gap. What was the one that I just had? Yes, the Covington-Nashville one. Maybe we should do this one. The more railroads are constructed simultaneously, the slower the construction progress for all railroads. Construction cannot be canceled. Now, constructing that one in the middle of Kentucky, though, leaves it more vulnerable to an Union invasion. So McCulloch will secure Cairo. Zollicoffer will secure New Madrid. Johnston will rest for a little bit, and then he will actually head into the interior of Kentucky to make sure that the Department of Ohio does not move south, and also to start preparing for a possible invasion into Indiana, or support McCulloch's invasion into Illinois. McCulloch, after securing Cairo and New Madrid, will push forward back north to Salem, Vandalia. We probably need to construct some depots, make sure that Cairo can supply us. We will keep an eye on the development of Kell's squadron here. We got to make sure we can still secure the Mississippi, and now the Ohio River will play a role in this. Disaster for the Union. Confederate stand firm. A skedaddle. Lincoln calls an emergency meeting. Rebels on the move. Confederate armies invade the North. Northern citizens fearful. Disaster for the Union. Alright, McCulloch is at destination. My corps has reached the given objective with 15,000 men and 31 guns. Morale of the men is confident and they are well rested. So we've secured the telegraph station here in Cairo. Oh, the Department of the West has landed in Evansville, Indiana. Looks like they might be in parts of Kentucky. So Johnston will need to shadow them. So let's get Johnston to move. I actually really wanted him to move by Paris Landing and Dover Ferry. I feel like they move from the Department of the West from the north here. If Johnston takes this route, can take us right here, and I'm actually trying to avoid a major conflict. We have 8,000 men there. What's the estimation? Ooh, Union strength according to this is 26,000. Let's try to add some men to Johnston's command. And a brigade from Arkansas. I guess it's going to be Alabama. We're going to be all red, because why not? Let's upgrade to Springfield muskets. Get some Alabama artillery here too. So we got 3 divisions under Johnston. Could probably add an extra brigade to Buckner and Donaldson. Take a look at these guys. Buckner, Simon Buckner gains a little bit of fame. Rising Star, plus 10% because of the battle. Losing ground on some of these other things because of influence of senior officers. Oh, is that because of Beauregard? He's got 5-star fame. Legendary. Everyone knows his names and deeds, knowing he is there fighting for the nation, raises spirits high. Even the foreign newspapers love to write of him, and all this makes the enemy nervous when facing him and his troops. Let's do that. We're going to add a brigade to... I'm going to add a brigade to Buckner and Donaldson. Do a smaller 1,500-man brigade from Arkansas. You know, even though Walker broke and ran at the battle, I thought he performed extremely well. I want to promote. I'm gonna promote him. I'm going to replace Pond Jr. and give that command to Walker. I mean, he is Colonel rank. He has better stats than Donaldson right now. Actually has the most men. He's wielding some large brigade size, apparently. Well, that's Forney's brigade. They have 22 days until they arrive and are trained. 17 days for Woodruff and Anderson's brigade, 21 days. So be a little bit less than a month before Johnston's full army meets him or arrives. Also, I want to reduce some finances for now. They're pretty low already. Alright, so Zollenkoffer is taking New Madrid. No actual invasion detected from the Union side. Army of Northeastern Virginia is stationed outside of DC right now. I don't see the Department of Pennsylvania anymore either. And West Virginia is securely in our hands still. So 5 blockades that are affecting us. We approach August 2nd, 1861. Interesting thing, since the patch, when you zoom in, you lose the map filter mode. You have to be zoomed way out now. Hopefully they tweak this. I kind of like to be zoomed in a little bit with the map filters. I think you were able to before. Like at this level, I get a better look at the map filters to be zoomed way out here. Oh yeah, supply situation here in southeast Missouri and western Kentucky, not so good. Oh yeah. Readiness situation for Johnston is bad. Zollenkoffer's in green, that's good. 89% supply ratio. McCulloch is still good. Johnston, not so much. 1,600 disabled men. 343 currently sick. 1,200 wounded. Alright, we haven't fully controlled Cairo yet. And we want to look at support as well and front lines. So we still got this chunk of Missouri here in the southeast that we kind of want to get full control over. And here's the St. Louis division. We need to actually march them to St. Louis. Actually, they're gonna march through the northern part of Missouri to secure control of that region. We're gonna try to build a supply depot here in Columbus, Kentucky. Actually, Zollenkoffer will try to capture this supply depot here. Let's build a supply depot around Cairo as well. And so Zollenkoffer is gaining supplies from the supply depot. Connected depots within commander range. So that should help with the provisioning for Zollenkoffer. Let's see if it affects the Western Army at all. It does. You got some nice little arrow tooltips pointing and showing where we're drawing supplies from. Oh, very good. Gotta like that. There, you gotta hover on the supply connection icon next to the supply ratio section. You can see the arrows there. So, I think the Western Army... Can McCulloch make a campaign into Middle Illinois? See, the Confederate strategy in the West. Secure Missouri. I mean, just raiding into Illinois. And then, I think moving on Indianapolis. And then we had done some maneuverings and realized that Kentucky is under threat of invasion for sure. And it looks like the Union has been recruiting quite a bit, as we estimate the Union strength to be pushing 70,000 men fielded versus our 48,000. So we have some work to do here now, as our 3 contingents now are left defending the area of the newly acquired area of Cairo. So we're going to have to make haste and and push towards the interior of Kentucky if we want to keep the loyalists of Kentucky, who have remained loyal to the Confederate cause, even though they did not formally secede. They support us 100%. As you can see here, they support us more than Tennessee, even Arkansas. So yes, we want to defend Kentucky. Plus, she has some pretty good industries in Louisville and Lexington. It's going to be a tough bid to defend her, but we made a statement in Cairo. So we'll order Johnston's army to march towards Hopkinsville by way of rail. I'd like to be coming from the south because we can use the rivers, the Cumberland, as a possible defensive position if the Union attack is strong. So I'm going to have Zollicoffer stay behind, and we'll probably add to Zollicoffer. No, he'll stay behind. I just remembered, we raised a Missouri Defense Army, the St. Louis Division, under Blanchard here. So between Zollicoffer and Blanchard, they'll secure Missouri and defend the western rear. We're going to send McCulloch due east along the Ohio and Cumberland Junction here. Ooh, I don't like that route. They'll try to hit this landing area. So we got Johnston and McCulloch en route to defend the Kentucky invasion, the Union Kentucky invasion. Before we get the armies moving, we are going to take a closer look at the army order of battles themselves and see if we can't reorganize some of our commanders. Donaldson is actually improving his skills. Home state of Tennessee, so he will actually help increase support there because he's politically assigned and his home state is Tennessee. So right now I overall like our division commanders. I'm going to replace Whiting. So again, we're going to try to match commander abilities with the unit assigned. So Holmes might be a good commander for this brigade. Also kind of taking a second look at, I know we upgraded arms for a lot of these armies already. And it looks like we've already taken care of the Army of Kentucky. I wonder if we can recruit another unit. Try to recruit another Kentucky brigade. Johnston stats. He's got huge legendary fame. I do not like Crossland. Where's his home state? A home state is Kentucky, though. Politically assigned because his home state, he's a Kentucky man, and he's been assigned this brigade. We're gonna leave it be. We're gonna see what Crossland is really made of, as he's been assigned to this newly formed Kentucky brigade to help defend his home state. A member of the Kentucky House of Representatives from 57 to 58. We gotta watch our credit. Our current credit rating is BBB+. We're gonna have to lower our subsidies and see if that can't help our finances. We're gonna hit auto manage finances, see if the AI will manage our finances a little bit better than I can at the moment. We are currently researching, printing notes. So, and it should be triggering here soon. So that should help. Let's take a look at McCulloch's army. He's at full strength. Take a look at his division commanders. William W. Loring. St. George Coke. He's artilleryman. That's fine. Edmund Kirby Smith. Let's replace him. Let's see if we can find a artillery commander. We'll replace him with John Pelam. DeRosey. Actually going to replace him as well for his failure to cut off the retreating Department of the West. Looks like Gabriel Rains might be a good candidate. Then we've got Price in division command with lots of fame. Even though Clark doesn't have any really good modifiers. He is a volunteer. Volunteers give, while lacking a formal military education, volunteers tend to be quick to adapt to the new kind of modern warfare. So we'll leave him be. We won't replace him. Mosby Parsons, another political general, but he's also a veteran. I wonder if let's replace Wadsworth. Although Wadsworth's stats are going up, he has no fame though. He's unknown. Who's this unknown? You know what? I like the underdog. Wadsworth, you get to stay. Your plain features, although disturb me, you will retain your command. Might actually replace Alexander Lawton with Kirby Smith. He'll take over the infantry command, and then let's take a look. We have Cheatham. We might actually create a new division, and we might actually give that to Cheatham. Before we do that, we have to replace Cheatham. Captain Charles W. Field, who is a cavalry commander. Actually, that's kind of what's lacking in the Western Army, cavalry. And that's what we might actually do, a cavalry division. Alright, well, this will be a mixed division. So you'll recruit some Louisiana Brigade. Try that again. Louisiana men are going to be all in red. There we go. Looking sharp there, men from Louisiana. We'll assign Bernard B. to that brigade. Kind of wish they had like a random button too. 1,400 volunteers from the New Mexico territory. They'll represent. They'll send a cavalry brigade. It's going to take them 44 days to join us, though. So they probably won't be ready for this campaign. We got a lot of volunteers still left from Texas. Go with all kinds of crazy color schemes. Green trousers, some weird gray color blouse. See if we can upgrade their gear. 3-inch ordnance rifle. This concludes episode 6. A little bit shorter of a video than some of the previous, not that much shorter. We are setting up the stage for the upcoming campaigns in Kentucky and eventually out east. Stay tuned for more Grand Tactician, the Civil War, Confederate campaign, spring 1861. I will see you on the next one.